Good afternoon to our wonderful viewers all over the world. You're welcome to the Unilag Cricket Oval, venue for the Honorable Gbolahan Olusegun Yeshao Club Cricket Community League. Week 3, Match 3, Government College IBADAN Old Student Cricket Club versus BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club 1. Two top teams who are unblemished this season, but one thing has to give: perfect weather for the game of cricket. And you can see on the screen the statistics. Government College IBADAN Old Boys Cricket Club played 2 matches, won 2 matches, lost none, have 4 points and a net run rate of 1.957. And BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club 1, the defending champion, played 2 matches, won 2, lost none, also have 4 points, played 2 matches, net run rate of 1.650. The toss some minutes ago was conducted. The match referee is former Nigerian international, left hand bowler, left hand batter Yemi Adegbola. And the 2 umpires for this game, this big game this afternoon, ICC Africa umpire Temitope Onikoyi Jabbar, and of course one of the finest, and any moment from now you should be getting that call up from ICC, Ramon Adelakun. What a big game they've got on their hands. Both teams are missing 3 players apiece. The defending champion are missing the trio of Daniel Ajekum, Ridwan Abdulkarim, and Prosper Hussaini. The trio are currently with the national team of Nigeria, preparing for the ICC Men's T20 Africa qualifier in Windhoek, Namibia. GCI are also missing 3 players: national team captain Sylvester Okpe, club captain Isaac Okpe, and of course ageless Ademola Onikoyi. And the standing captain for today is Babatunde Ayinde, former captain. He won the toss and elected to field. And when asked what informed the decision to field after winning the toss, he said historically they've always chased BEJU, and it's on that premise they still want to leverage on that luck whenever they win toss and put them to bats. And when asked how big of a miss is the trio of Ademola Onikoyi, Sylvester Okpe and Isaac Okpe, he said their experience can never be quantified. But one man who is missing from today's squad is former Nigerian international and a member of the board of selectors, Oluwaseun Odeku. And Tunde, in his pre-match interview said it's a big miss not to have the vastly experienced Seun Odeku. And for Chima Akachukwu, he said the trio of Ridwan Abdulkarim, Prosper Hussaini and Daniel Ajeku is a big miss. But this is a rivalry game. He said despite winning the toss and putting them to bat, that is not much of a problem. That Tunde Ayinde, the standing captain, served into their hands. That if he had won the toss, he would have elected to bat. So it's not much of a problem. What a game we have. And just very quickly, the batting statistics. Solomon Chilemanya is a man who is topping for IBEJU. But now, looking at the overall batting statistics, Paul Palm of Government College Ughelli, who are winless in 3, has scored 99 runs, 1 short of 100. His highest score is 64. His strike rate of 92.52. He scored 150, has 12 fours and no 6. Emmanuel Okudili, Mr. Reliable for Federal Government College Warri Old Students Cricket Club, has played 4 innings, 91 runs, highest score of 57 and a strike rate of 122.97. He has 157 fours and 5 sixes to his credit. Selim Salau is in 3rd position, and I will bring you the team list of Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club. Babatunde Ayinde, captain. Alfred Tay, Becky Kehinde, Dayo Ogunbayo, Elijah Monday, Jimo Abdurrahman, Kufurola Lukman, the wicket keeper, Michael Agbibua, Omolewa Shegun, who is coming in for Seun Odeku, Richard Ubo, or call him Ifeanyi Ubo, the only man in Nigeria's history to win a player of the match at an international competition, the World Cup back in 2020, where Nigeria under-19 team qualified for our first ever World Cup. Lost 3 games in the group, but when it came to the playoff match, or call it classification against Japan, this Richard Ubo, or call him Ifeanyi Ubo, won the player of the match. Seun Odeku is the 12th man, and Vincent Adewoye makes up the squad. And for IBEJU LEKKI Cricket Club 1, the defending champion, Chima Akachukwu captain, Adeyanju Seun, Aigbe Miracle, Anima Shaun Muiz, David Abibode, James Chukwu, Karim Gafar, Miracle Ikaige, Mustafa Yusuf, the new man coming in, Okeke Bonaventure, Solomon Chilemanya, the man with the most runs for the side, and of course Bimbo Adu steps down as the 12th man. Ifeanyi Ubo will be coming from the football field end, and the 2 opening batters for IBEJU LEKKI Cricket Club 1, the defending champion, Solomon Chilemaya is the striker, and the non-striker is David Abibode. Both players represented Nigeria at under 19 level and an under 19 to forget in a hurry in Tanzania.
Let's play.
Ifeanyi Ubo is coming from the football field end, left arm bowler. Action looked more like a left hand bowler, but a right hand bowler is right arm coming, and that was all played there from Solomon Chilemaya, the man who has most runs for BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club. Positive start from BEJU, vastly experienced side. Last weekend was looking more like a bad day in office, but they know how to come from adversity to victory, courtesy of that brilliant innings from James Chukwu. To give them that victory over Federal Government College Warri Old Student Cricket Club. Four runs. Certainly not the way to start for Ubo, the opening bowler. Wide ball over, becoming a bit expensive. Just 3 balls have been bowled. Yes! The innings of Chilemaya has ended. And Ubo gets his first wicket after what looks more like an expensive over for Ubo. He will take this wicket knowing what this man can do. Solomon Chilemaya, former under 19, but as it seems, this young man will definitely be part of the senior national team in no matter or in no distant future. Solomon Chilemaya looks like a player who certainly will be joining the senior national team. He will be hoping for a miracle. His name is Miracle Aigbe. First over has come to an end. Good over on both sides. It depends on the divide you want to look at it from. IBADAN will say to themselves, 7 runs in that over, but it came at a cost. We are 1 wicket down, and for GCI, they will say to themselves, we might have considered 7 runs, but we have a wicket to show for it. Positive start in the second over for David Abibode. Jimo Abdurrahman mistakenly gave a ball that deserves to be punished, and so David in the Lions then decided to punish a bad ball and sends it for 4, bringing their total to 13 runs for loss of 1 wicket after 1.1 overs. Quick correction. Didn't see that well from where I was seated running commentaries. That was an amazing maximum. 6. Brilliant from David Abibode to bring his total to 7 runs after just facing 2 balls. And this big game would also take me straight to India, where action will resume tomorrow for the big final. Host India, 2-time World Cup winners, versus Australia, 5-time champions and the most successful in the history of the World Cup. Who wins the 13th edition of the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup in India tomorrow at Ahmedabad? Only time will tell. Australia are led by Captain Pat Cummins. And for India, all eyes, all hope will be rested upon the shoulder of Rohit Sharma, opening batter. And just maybe Virat Kohli, who some days ago, precisely on Wednesday, surpassed the record of the little master himself, Sachin Tendulkar, by scoring over a century to bring his total century in an ODI game to 50, one better than Sachin Tendulkar, who was at the stands when India defeated New Zealand. And you have to feel sorry for New Zealand, a team that has hoped to cross the Rubicon after back-to-back finalists they lost. 2015, when they co-hosted with Australia, and in 2019, when England and Wales co-hosted, with England winning the World Cup. But quickly to the start on your screen. Solomon Chilemaya lost his wicket, scored 5 runs from 3 balls, which included 1 with a strike rate of 166.67. And batting now is David Abibode and Miracle Aigbe. David Abibode on a strike rate of 350. We're back. I'm sure Jimo Abdurrahman, after that improper way to start, would find something to do about it. But certainly they will make 2 runs. I won't be doing this alone at some point in time. My colleague will join me much later. And that is the wicket. David Abibode is stunned. And he's asking, what happened? I don't think I was out. But the umpire was sure of the decision. Goes David Abibode. After scoring a 6, making 2 runs to bring his tally to 8 in that over, he decided to take a walk. And in comes the man who rescued the team from this kind of precarious situation they found themselves last week. And in comes James Chukwu, former Nigerian international with so much experience. Better bowling from Jimo Abdurrahman. He will say to himself, I might have bowled some balls that were a bit costly, but I have a wicket to show for it. 15 runs for loss of 2 wickets. 1.4 overs gone.
Good afternoon, Show. I'm sure most people will be wondering who's the other guy that Show was talking about. I had to just quickly take some few breathers. I was meant to actually start with you in the start of this game, and I can see Show from his reaction. He's been trying to give me some knocks in my head that I should have started the whole game with him. But it's good to actually be on the comms box again with Show Ajidagba for the 2023-2024 season. This is one of the games we love to both handle, staying behind the marks, and this is one El Clasico of Nigerian cricket, not only at the Lagos level but also at the national level. It's BEJU versus GCI, and already GCI has already taken the 2 bloods already, taking 2 batters for just 15 runs in 2 overs. It's something that GCI would ask themselves, can we just push this through to the very end? But quickly, let me run most of you through what the league format is like. The rounds you'll be seeing from now till January, February will be the first round, where we'll determine the top 6 teams that would slug it out for the very well built there by Richard Ubo, or Ifeanyi that most people know him too, asking questions, trying to look for the edge of Miracle Akigbe. So just like I said earlier, the first rounds will be played to determine the top 6 teams that would officially now slug it out for the 2023-2024 league title. After that, once we determine the league winner, we have another lovely shot, just very quiet, chill on the norms. We would have taken 1 run there.
Well, they are trying to build an innings, build a partnership. While the runs are going up, they also have to be very watchful, knowing that in every over they are losing a wicket, and so when you look at it now, they are above 7 runs per over based on what is before us, because after 2 overs they are on 15, so that means they are on about 7.5 per over.
6.43 actually.
6.43, and so that's huge, and they need to watch it. And the 2 pace bowlers for Government College Ibadan Old Student Cricket Club need to cut down the run rate, and that's what Ifeanyi Ubo is currently doing. In 3 balls of his second over, they are yet to score any run, and you'll be very happy if this over ends in a maiden.
Lovely sweep shot there by Miracle Akigbe, straight down towards the square region. Fine leg comes into play. Lovely fielding there. Good fielding, I must say. Commend him from trying to cut that off from going to the boundary. Lovely piece of fielding there by the GCI. Joe, the good thing about these 2 sides is this. What usually happens in terms of victory is usually about strategy and tactics. Both sides have a very balanced batting side. They have a very balanced bowling team. They are also equally up to the task with fielding, irrespective of whosoever is missing in the sides for both teams.
And that was lovely fielding there from Oolewa, cutting down the runs. But this is a much better over for Ifeanyi Ubo. The only difference is he's yet to get a wicket, unlike his first over where he conceded 7 runs but also got the wicket of Solomon Chilemaya, the man who has the most runs for IBADAN.
Lovely push towards the covers where you have Vincent Adewoye who picked that up for just a single. Chill. A lot of people will say this. Let's just go on the flip side and talk about the sides. And most especially, the key interest has been one particular young lad, the former captain, or technically the current captain of the under-19 side, Ridwan Abdulkarim. He has been extremely, has been technically the best Nigerian batter we've seen at that young age. Would you say that his role in this game would actually be seen, or do you think that IBEJU would find a way to muscle up someone who's just probably going to just steer off the ship for them?
Well, I spoke with Chima Akachuku just to bring it into context. 18 runs for loss of 2 wickets after 3 overs, and back is Jima Abdurrahman. But I'm going to, oh my word, no answer. That was insipid bowling.
I was just about to say that was a perfect yoker.
Perfect. He had no answer. Miracle did not see anything. He was gone. But hey, I was speaking with Chima Akachuku, and we're having a conversation about the 3 players that were missing from his side. You mentioned Ridwan Abdulkarim, the former captain of the under-19 side.
Let's just say he's still the present captain.
Yes, let's just say the captain of Nigeria to the under-19 in Tanzania.
Yeah.
That eventually Namibia got the ticket to represent Africa at the World Cup. But he said, analyzing those players, Prosper Hussaini, bowler par excellence, would bowl, and on his day, when he's batting, can single-handedly wreck a team.
Yeah,
we know what a Daniel Ajekun will bring to the table, and hey, reason Steve Tikolo brought him into the side, and I'm sure the coach is having a positive headache now. Why am I saying this?
Ashmit is
back
in the side. Yeah,
Ashmit is a better wicket keeper than Sulaiman Rushewe. So what happens? Will you start with an Ashmit and a Sulaiman, or you want to start with maybe a Daniel Ajeku and a Sulaiman, who both formed a formidable partnership at the West Africa Trophy, sponsored by Dafabet that Nigeria hosted. So it's a positive headache, and based on what we saw in their friendly games against Rhinos, one they lost by 7 wickets, another one they won by 46 runs, they won by 4 runs. It's clear that the coach is rotating the squad, but those 3 guys will give you something very fantastic. But now this is Muiz Animashaun. Let's see what he brings to the table.
Sean, that looks like a nick. He's not working. Probably his pads or probably his clothes, but from our angle here and what the camera showed us, he looked like he nicked it with his bat.
It would have happened if it were to be a World Cup,
we would have had
a big tournament where you have the review system. I'm sure Tunde Ayinde will have gone for that review system and said, please, umpire, can you please consult the
third umpire,
the Hawkeye, to help you in this decision.
Oh, very well bowled by Jimo. I must say, Jimo, who was formerly in the national team, has been persistent in his bowling all through the season. He has kept it on the 4th stump and the 3rd stump line, never done anything different.
That's absolutely brilliant, and that's where experience comes to the fore. He's bowled 3 balls in this over, which is his 2nd over, and he has a wicket to show for it. That wicket of Miracle.
Yeah. It just shows that GCI knows what they want this season, and very well. Oh, that looks wide. Yeah, that's definitely wide. We must say, Cheryl, GCI has been the most consistent team in the league. The only thing missing from them in the past 1 decade has been that trophy. They have been unable to lift that league trophy. But
you said decade. A decade is 10 years.
Yes, sure. No. So when I mean 10 years, I mean they've only been able to. The last time GCI won the trophy, I was still playing with GCI, and we actually lifted the T20 trophy, not the league trophy. IBEJU has always found a way to nick the league trophy away from GCI. Last season, it was just 1 point that separated GCI. GCI went almost unbeaten until that very
But something
game.
just happened now,
Yep.
and I think Koforola, the wicket keeper, should be doing better. He should be holding his gloves and holding the balls very well with the gloves. It looked like an opportunity almost presented itself, so he needs to be doing a lot more better. But I think I need to go back to my research. Something tells me in the last 10 years, I think GCI has a trophy. GCI has a trophy. That much I know. Though in that last 10 years, IBADAN have been dominant, but GCI has a trophy. I know that for a fact. And last season was very painful for GCI. They were supposed to play a no man away game. The first leg, GCI won. The second leg, game could not hold owing to force majeure.
Very funny thing, Sean. The second game actually did hold at the second game did hold at Tafawa Balewa Square Cricket Oval. You ran the commentary, just like I did also run the commentary, in which IBADAN actually defeated Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club. Let's just quickly go on our research and we'll be right back.
Twenty runs for loss of 3 wickets after 4 overs. The current run rate is 5.00. It's dropped. That was a good over for Jimo Abdurrahman, and still batting the duo of James Chukwu and Muiz Animashaun. Ubo coming from the football field end into his third over. Has conceded 10 runs and has 1 wicket to his credit. James Chukwu, the striker. Good running in between the wickets. James Chukwu and Muiz.
And we must say, Sean, these two batters are beginning to steady the ship. In as much as you and I used an advocate of taking advantage of the power play, but we will still give kudos to the bowling side. Jimo and Friday and Richard, I beg your pardon. Oh, up in the air, can this be taken? Richard had an opportunity to take the catch. All he needed to do was just dive to take the catch. Just like you and I, Sean, have been an advocate of taking advantage of the power play over. I must still give kudos to IBADAN LEKKI Cricket Club batters. Even after losing 3 wickets, they've still maintained the 4.67 runs per over in the power play over.
But more importantly, this duo batting needs to do better. I mean, Animashaun and James Chukwu, they faced 12 balls and they've just scored 1 run. That is not a good statistics. That statistics can only be good for the bowling side. And so credit must go to Ifeanyi Ubo and Jimo Abdurrahman, who have ensured that these batters don't really find much joy in the batting crease.
Yeah, definitely, sure. Played it too early. Short ball. He moved too quick. He knew it was a short ball. All he needed to do was just wait for the ball. But he turned so fast that the ball had to hit him on his elbow. And Muiz Animashaun, as tall as he is, he still needs to understand something. Wait for the ball. That's why they say wait before you play, not play before you wait.
Muiz has faced 8 balls and scored no run. This certainly is not what Chima Akachuku is expecting. And they give away an opportunity again. To bring it to the end of that over. And IBADAN LEKKI Cricket Club 1, who lost the toss and were put into bat by Tunde Ayinde, have 23 runs for loss of 3 wickets after 5 overs gone. The current run rate is 4.60 and the projected score, if it goes on at this stage, will be 92.
You have Jima coming to bowl his 3rd over. This too has perfectly done well, keeping BEJU LEKKI on 4.60 per over.
They still have other bowlers. Michael Abigboa, Tunde Ayinde, the captain himself, Dayo, Becky, Vincent Adewoye. You know, there are several options that are available for them. Good forward defensive there from James Chukwu, whose teammates will love to call Chuckles.
It might interest most people to know that Chuckles, that he's formerly usually called, was once in the national team under Sean Phillips. Also played at the under 15 team that went to Ghana, where you had a lot of young lads who have now made it up to the national team back then under Coach Ishoinde. Oh, very well bowled by Jimo. So he's knocking on the door. He's asking questions.
He's asking questions, and James Chukwu seems not to have an answer to the questions he's asking. Else he would have been scoring those runs. James Chukwu has faced 7 balls and scored just 1 run on James Chukwu-like. But credit must go to Jimo.
Tunde Ayinde telling Jimo he should have left that ball. He felt that was a run-out chance there. But personally, to me, he shouldn't have just thrown that ball. He should have just held it and just passed it on. You will get the chance when it comes.
Jimo was trying to avoid a scenario where there's an overthrow and a run they didn't work for. They just get it so cheaply.
Exactly.
But Jimo, you can't blame him, never knew there was a Segun Wolewa who was going to cover up.
Jimo has been making use of the ball. He's been making use of the seam of the ball throughout today. 3 overs, keeping it there, keeping it on the 4th stump line, forcing James Chukwu to come forward to present his bat.
And the more the dot balls keep coming, the more problem it becomes for the batters. They will be forced to play the shots that they are not supposed to, because this can amount to frustration when you are not finding it funny. And you can see what I'm talking about. Just 1 more ball, I will get the first maiden of this game, and that might come from Jimo Abdurrahman, who has consistently bowled that line and length.
Throughout today, yeah, he has bowled it consistently on that line. He has not done anything different. He hasn't tried. It might surprise most people to know he has not gone towards the pads all through today. Oh, lovely shot there by James Chukwu. Saw that loose, even though that was not where he wanted the ball to go, but he would take advantage of that for just a single, and that single has officially made us not have a maiden over.
Unfortunately, haven't done that fantastic job for 5 balls. The last ball let him down, and James Chukwu had to do what he had to do, and that is score runs because that's what he was sent to go and do. And you can see the signal of the on-field umpire saying we have come to the end of the power play. The two bowlers, Richard Ubo, 3 overs. He has bowled. He has 12 dot balls, 11 runs, 1 wicket, economy rate of 3.67. Same with Jimo Abdurrahman. He has an economy rate of 3.67, but he has 2 wickets, 11 runs, 15 dot balls in 3 overs. Oh my word! The celebration.
That's a celebration I was just about to talk about, but you took the words out of my mouth.
The celebration.
That celebration is world class, Shehu. World class. Those are the kind of balls you want to see. The leg stump is broken. He went it in between the legs of the batter. Anima Muiz.
That's James.
Oh, I beg your pardon. That's James Chukwu.
You could see the frustration on the face of James Chukwu, having faced 11 balls and scored just 2 runs. He needed to get off and get himself out of that tight corner that he was placed by those bowlers.
The question is, Sean, should they have just allowed Richard Ubo bowl out his overs, just see him through, knowing truly well that he's bowling his last over? Do they need to actually go after him, since you've been struggling to play him from the first 2 overs? Now you decide to go after him from the 3rd over. The captain now is coming in. Chuma Akachukwu is the new man coming in. Would he play the captain's role right here, right now?
He is expected to play the captain's role. That's why he's the captain. He's saddled with that responsibility. He needs to arrest this slump. 24 runs for loss of 4 wickets, certainly not what they envisage, and so he needs to build a partnership with Muiz, who is finding it difficult to score runs. But I'm sure that IBADAN LEKKI by now should be worried about the way things are going, but because of the kind of team IBADAN is, I'm sure they would find a way around it.
Yes, definitely, Sean. They would find a way around it. They would find one way or the other to ensure that they just find a rhythm that they need. And James Chukwu, the captain of the side, is currently on strike. We sincerely apologize for the little breaks that you might be, these little glitches you might be witnessing. We're currently working on the signal and we'll be able to rectify it. That's a dot ball. It technically looked like as if it was going towards the wide side, but umpire Ramon Adelako felt no, that was actually a good ball. And after the end of the 7th over, it's 28-4. It just looks completely like a game being dominated by Government College Ibadan. Richard Obo has bowled his 4 overs, considered 15 runs, taking 2 wickets, which means he's just going to be fielding for the remainder of this game. That's 16 overs, he's going to be fielding all through. So he'll be looking that this game ends quickly for him so he can take a rest.
28 runs for loss of 4 wickets after 7 overs. Anima Shaun has faced 10 balls and scored 1 run. Certainly not the kind of performance his teammates and fans of IBADAN will be expecting from Muiz. And Chima Akachuku has started very well, faced 4 balls and scored 3 runs. Now comes the standing captain, Babatunde Ayinde from the Onike end.
It was expected, Sean, that obviously GCI was going to bring in a spin bowler after the end of the power play, and who other person than to bring if not Babatunde Ayinde. If Sylvester Okwe was around, he would have been bowling this over, but he's not.
And it looks as if Muiz is finding it difficult to play a spinner.
Now the big question is this: how many spinners does GCI have on the field? Just 2. Babatunde Ayinde and Afrete. Afrete hasn't bowled in a long while, so it's going to be a big question. If Tunde finishes his 4 overs, oh, Sean, you were right. I was just trying to analyze. What strategy GCI should play with spin bowling and the introduction of spin bowling, and what you just analyzed that Muiz Animation was finding it difficult to play Babatunde Ayinde has just been clarified by Tunde Ayinde by taking his wicket.
You could see that Muiz was struggling. That ball that bowled him was the 13th ball he faced, and he only scored just 1 run for a middle order batter. That's absolutely unacceptable. Totally unacceptable.
Let's put it on the flip side at this point, Sean. You'll be having a Ridwan Abdul Karim, a Daniel Ajeku, who would have probably held on to his own innings at this stage for BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club. Or probably you'll be having
that's Miracle Ikaige.
Miracle like Ikaige, yes.
Yeah, he's the wicket keeper now.
At this point in time, you'll be having a Ridwan Abdul Karim holding the innings for BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club. Now the question is this: if Ridwan has several national assignments, would this affect the strategy of BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club? Because as it seems like now, those 3 players who are not in the side, it's like it's showing in the batting order of the team, because those 3 guys, Ridwan, Daniel and Prosper, are actually big hitters.
But I also want to look at it from this perspective. No disrespect to those 3 guys that you mentioned, they are not better hitters than the trio of Ademolo Nikoyi, Isaac Okwe and Sylvester Okwe. Yes, both teams are missing quality players in their ranks. Aside from Onikoyi, who cannot bowl in the side, he can bat and he can also keep wicket. Sylvester, like we said, is a spinner and a good way to start, but just 1 run. Isaac is an all-rounder, the captain of the side. You could also say that of Sylvester, the national team captain for BEJU. Daniel can bowl, but he can bat. And so you now leave bowling to the duo of Prosper and Ridwan. So it looks more like an evenly balanced situation. But I think for BEJU, it becomes a bit difficult based on what is before us. But we have always said that BEJU is one team that can come from adversity to victory. Oh, brilliant catch!
Both of us just said
brilliant catch.
This is a man who a lot of people have asked the question, why is he not in the national team yet? Vincent Adewoye took a diving brilliant catch at covers. We thought that ball was racing all the way to the boundary, but the man Vincent Adewoye stretched his hands like the banana catch that we do during practice sections, and the ball stuck into his hands to dismiss a man who can just come and change the face of the game in person of Chuma Akachuku, and he has to take that long walk, Sean, back to the pavilion.
Certainly not what Chima envisaged. Faced 5 balls and scored just 3 runs, and he's out. IBADAN are in a place where they don't want to be. 29 for loss of 5 wickets, and Tunde Ayinde having a fantastic over. This over, he's gotten 2 wickets. Absolutely brilliant from Tunde Ayinde.
Quickly, Sean, on the flip side, GCI has fielded first all through their 2 games, and they've restricted teams under 100. Do we see the repeat here today? Because right now, for IBADAN to be 29 under 6 means this is going to be very difficult for them.
In comes Adeyanju. Seun Adeyanju. And the man who got that catch, Vincent Adewoye, who got that catch at covers, is now back to bowl his first over of this game. And good way to start for them in this over.
At this point, Sean, IBADAN doesn't need to hit the boundaries. Just keep rotating the strikes. Keep going around every single ball that is being bowled. Respect the good balls. Punish the bad balls if it comes. And just wait to have a partnership that would last till at least the 12th to 13th over before you know how many wickets you have at hand, and then you know what to do with that.
They can't afford to lose any wickets now. Losing a wicket now would further put IBADAN in a very, very tight corner.
No one would have ever envisated that IBADAN was going to find themselves in this situation. 29. So I beg your pardon, 30-6. All my life of running commentary in the league, I have never seen IBADAN in this situation. 30-6.
And let's see how they respond. And just one run. This duo, Miracle and Oluwaseun, both having significant names. Miracle will be hoping for a miracle,
and Oluwaseun
will be saying, we thank God that from where we were before, we were able to get to a better place. But it's not a given that that would happen. He might not get the miracle that he's hoping for.
Very well bowled by Vincent Adewoye. You could see Vincent. I think the strategy of GCI is really working today. They're not trying to bump the ball into the bowlers. What they're doing is they're using the pace, they're using the ball itself, keeping it simple, straight on the foot stump line, allowing the balls just keep going straight like that, not doing anything or not trying to swing the ball, and that is what Vincent has been doing with his over. Up in the air, over. Monday Elijah, run out chance. Would Vincent take advantage of it? No. Good running in between the wickets, and you could see Vincent complaining that why did Monday Elijah come forward? He should have stayed backward properly. And taken that catch.
Yes, you don't want to give them any chance, any breathing space. Vincent knows Miracle very well. He's on 100% strike rate now. He's faced 4 balls and scored 4 runs. He knows catches win matches. You don't want to give anybody any extra life. You saw what happened. Oh, misfield in there. And that ball goes for 4.
As far as I'm concerned, that dive was not needed.
It
wasn't needed at that point in time. You know, you didn't have a protection at the back. All you needed to do was just run, stop the ball, cut off the first one and take advantage of the second run that the the batters might be trying to take. But after that 4, it will bring the total to 37 for 6 in 9 overs.
As good as that over was for Vincent, there were some opportunities, and that's what you talk about in a game of cricket, that fine margins usually win games. Case in point, look at the mistake made by Elijah.
Yeah.
If he had gotten that catch, there was no way Mike Miracle would have scored that run, and the fielder who was supposed to come in and get that ball decided to just dive, and the ball went for a 4. And so not bad, 37 for 6 after 9 overs. Babatunde Ayinde comes back from the Onike wire hand.
Babatunde Ayinde from the Onike Iwaya end. He has Adeyanju Sheun to contend with in the middle. He goes back foot straight to 1 run to Vincent, who was too far away at covers. He didn't walk in quickly to stop the ball. He was way far. All he needed to do was just run in and pick up the ball, but he was just way too far, and the batters took advantage of it for just a single.
Miracle seems to be the one who wants to lead the team. This is much better from IBADAN. Both of them have faced 9 balls and they've scored 10 runs. That's absolutely brilliant. This was a sharp contrast to what happened between James Chukwu and Muiz Animashaun. Both are gone and they are history in today's game as far as batting is concerned.
We must say Tunde has been turning the balls perfectly well. The batters are actually struggling to play him. Even Miracle and Animashaun, I beg your pardon, and Ayinde are actually run out chance. Can he throw? Ooh.
What was that? What kind of fielding was that?
All Vincent Adoye needed to do was just do an underarm throw, but rather he decided to do the baseball throw and throw it over the bowler's head, and a 1 run has been converted to 2 runs. He had a 50 chance of taking a run out.
No, that for me today, tomorrow, even on public holiday, there was breaking communication between Miracle and Adeyanju. That shouldn't have been a run at all, because he just took off Adeyanju without getting the permission of the striker, and that should have been a run out. But to turn it into 2 is something that is totally unacceptable. But gradually they are releasing IBADAN. IBADAN is a team that if you want to deal with, you deal with them completely.
See it through. Don't put your legs on the brakes.
We always say, literally speaking, IBADAN are like snakes. You kill and you kill completely. Else you give them any chance, there is an opportunity for them to come back. And you can see that the duo of Miracle and Sheun are gradually finding their feet. Miracle is on 11 runs after facing 9 balls, and Adeyanju, after facing 4 balls, has scored 3 runs. So they've scored 14 runs in between them, facing 13 balls. That's brilliant. And there are 42 runs for loss of 6 wickets after 10 overs.
Yeah, you're right, Sean. As we could say from the contribution from both players, Adeyanju has actually contributed 3 runs, and Miracle Akigbe has contributed 10 runs. And both batters will be hoping to continue with this partnership in order to ensure that at least IBADAN gets to the 100 mark, as they are now 42 for 10. We're just halfway into the first innings of this game, and who is coming into bowl, just like you said, Sean, LEKKI is now bowling from the football field end.
Quite surprising to see that Vincent Adeoye just bowled just 1 over. One would have thought that he should continue, but hey, who am I? Just a commentator. I'm not the captain. The captain knows better.
Sheon with his words. He always finds his words. Oh, now I think Becky is showing the reason why he was actually called up to bowl. You could see the first ball he bowled, he's forcing Adeyanju to play at the back foot, which is what most batters or bowlers are not comfortable playing.
Just want to be sure that the wicketkeeper was good, Koforola. We are very grateful that he's back and he's up on his feet. Bimbo Adu, the 12th man, was strategically taking water in. But the umpires who know better have said, let's get on with the game. The batters did not request for any water.
It's 46 for 1 after 11 overs, Seun.
46 for 6.
Oh, I beg your pardon, 46 for 6.
After 11 overs.
I was trying to take off the remaining 5 wickets there.
The current run rate is 4.18. And at this stage, the projected score will be 84. Keeps dropping. But good to know that Adeoju, Oluwaseun and Miracle Ikaige are forming a good partnership. Adeoju has faced 7 balls, scored 6 runs. Miracle has faced 12 balls, scored 11 runs. Babatunde Ayinde is back.
This is one thing you don't want to see happen whenever you're actually bowling and you're the fielding side's captain. When you have 2 batters just comfortably taking easy singles, when you already have 6 wickets even before the first 10 overs, all you just need to do is just 4 more wickets. That's the only way you can actually see this through.
As a matter of urgency, I'm sure what is in the head of Babatunde Ayinde now is either I bowl Miracle or Adeoju, or I just hope that my fielders can complement my effort by either taking a catch. But better bowling from Tunde Ayinde, who has the best economy rate for his side as far as bowling. He's into his third over. Has just considered 7 runs and has 2 wickets to his credit.
Straight on the ground towards the onside, where you have Jimo, who picks it up and just flicks it back quietly to Tunde Ayinde for 1 run.
Jimmy still has 1 over. Vincent still has 3 overs.
And you still have Dayo Gumbayo, who has
Becky also has 3 overs. So, plethora of options. Good from IBADAN. While for GCI supporters all over the globe, they'll be excited.
Finally, a breakthrough for Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club by dismissing Miracle Ikaigbe. After taking the first one, he was looking to take the second, and there was no necessary run there, and Jimo threw the ball straight to the bowler Tunde Ayinde, who just had to easily take off that stump. And now it's a 63 for 7 in 17 overs. I beg your pardon, in 14 overs. New man in is Mustafa Yusuf, putting on jersey number 18. The man who had to fly all the way from Abuja to Lagos for this game. Mustafa Yusuf. Former captain of BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club. Opening bowler for BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club. He knows what it means to win games at toughest moment. Good bowling from Becky. Putting the ball on the foot stump line. Forcing Mustafa Yusuf to let go of that ball. Appeal for LB not given. Becky should have stayed behind the stumps or let it go as Vincent was covering up for him. That's what he needed to just do, rather than stop that. Wait, 63 for 7 in 14.2 overs. Oh, very well bowled by Becky. Three dot balls already. Oh, that was a nick. The wicketkeeper could have held on to that, and Mustafa would have been taking a long walk back to the boundary, but rather he dropped it, and he has just given Mustafa another chance to prove himself. That has gone towards the leg side for a wide ball. Wide ball there signaled there by the umpire, Ramon Adelakun. That should be another wide ball. Yes, it is. Back-to-back extras, bowled by Becky. Seems like he's getting tired. Up in the air, can that be taken? No. Away from Richard Uber, who picks it up. One run taken, beg your pardon, 2 runs taken. Mustafa Yusuf is back on strike. Lovely shot. Tunde Ayinde has a chance for a run out and a shout, but the umpire said no. that Adeyanju made it safe into his ground. And after 15 overs, it's 68 for 7.
After 15 overs, IBADAN are on 68 for 7. And I told you that if there is any team that can come from adversity to victory, look no further than BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club 1, and that's why they are the defending champion. At some point in time, they were on 24 for 4 when the wicket started tumbling. But then they are gradually building. Omolewa, Shegun coming from the Onike end. Captain knows better.
Just to put you on the spot, Shane, what's the lowest you've ever seen IBADAN defend?
Not today, not now. That's too difficult for me to give an answer.
The lowest I've seen IBADAN defend has been 87, if my memory serves me right, and it was on the same ground as well. No, actually it was 101 run. Yes, I remember that was the lowest IBADAN actually defend, 101 run, and they were able to defend it completely with all what we say with their full chest.
Yeah, they're very, very good batting side, and sometimes their bowling is excellent. Omolewa has to be very, very careful. His over sometimes can be very expensive. First 2 balls, not bowled a good ball, just given wide.
Just want to run you through, Shane. Look at it. The first wicket was at 7 runs. Second wicket was at 15 runs. Third wicket was at 18 runs. Fourth wicket was at 25. You had between the 6th and the 7th wicket, the GCI could not capitalize on ending it that way.
Good running in between the wicket and great communication between Mustafa and Sheung. And you said it all. That's a bye. First ball, he will be bowling in this over, the 16th over.
He's bowled 2 consecutive wides and a bye, making it 3 runs already in this over. Up in the air, Vincent says no, he rather just stops it from going to the boundary.
Adeyanju is getting comfortable.
Way too comfortable, Sean. Way too comfortable for at this point. You just need to find a way to ensure that you get these 2 batters out and bring in the last man. Oh, and finally, Mustafa Yusuf seems to be bold. That's a very funny part. But Ramon Adilaku said, not out. But it looks like there's going to be a consultation in the center.
Yeah, and that consultation is not favorable for the batting side.
The batting side, yeah, because from here we thought it was actually bold.
Yeah.
So what is the umpire's decision? Reverting the call is a dead ball. So it's actually a good ball. Probably the wind took off the bills after the ball had passed through the wicket. Only the umpires can explain that, show. We don't have the technology for a review yet.
Absolutely. Good from both umpires, the on-field umpire and the square leg umpire.
So the umpire had to signal a dead ball, which means that ball would have to be rebowled again. After the over, Shane, we're going to have a quick analysis of how the whole 6 wickets, I beg your pardon, the whole 7 wickets panned out, where IBADAN held on and managed to get to 72 runs. Up in the egg, Afrete!
Oh,
Lovely catch there by Isaac Tay.
Catch of the
Alfred
day.
Show. Alfred Tay.
Catch of the day. Alfred Tay dived and picked that catch. Brilliant. Awesome. Incredible. Mind blowing. That was Gafar. And in comes the former captain of the side, Mustafa.
Show. I had to pause. I had to just pause to actually try and replay that catch in my head. How did Alfred Tay take such a catch?
One hand. He knew that the longer Gafar and Adeoju continue to form a partnership, the more difficult things will be for them. They've had some misplaced fieldings. They've dropped some catches. They've given IBADAN another life where there was none. And you saw the breakdown of fall of wickets, that at some point in time they were on 29, and from that 29 no wicket fell until 63 runs, and so they gradually built the innings, and that's what they didn't want.
That's a superb catch.
That's a superb catch. It's the catch of the day, and that catch of the day has earned Alfred Tay something, whatever that is. I don't know, but one of our biggest fans of cricket and former team manager and coach of Obafemi Awolowo University, or call it University of Ife then, under who Kome Agodo, who is now the team manager of the senior national team, was their team manager, and at some point in time was also their coach. They simply call him as Uncle PC, ever present at the cricket venue to watch games. Was quite impressed about that catch and said that catch deserves an extrinsic form of motivation. And so congratulations in advance, Alfred Tay. In comes Mustafa. Owulewa Shegun. The wicket keeper did not see.
Mustafa himself isn't trying to play the shots. He just sees the ball as it comes, and then he just swings his bat. He needs to keep his eyes on the ball. He needs to keep his face on the ball, and then ensure that he sees the ball. And that's a signal there by the umpire, Mrs. Temitope Onikoyi, which brings us to the end of the 16th over. It's 74 for 8 after 16.
Gradually, IBADAN are rising. But that Owulewa over started wobbly, but eventually found his rhythm. .1 overs gone, 74 for 8. The projected will be 92 at this stage. Adeoju is going for every ball. He wants to be on strike, knowing that his eyes can see very well. He's faced 17 balls and scored 18 runs.
That's a big fat wide.
Every over, Becky cannot control the ball, and the overs they've given are quite enormous. And this certainly is Becky's last over. He has conceded 19 runs and is still in search of his first wicket. Maybe this over will present it. Just one. 77 for 8. Becky Kende coming from the football field end. Adeyan Jusheun and Mustafa batting. They want to go for 2, and they will make that 2 runs. Adeyan Jusheun seems to be carrying the team. He's been the best batter for IBADAN in today's game. He's on over 100% strike rate. Faced 18 balls. Scored 20 runs. Oh, finally! It's gone! And Becky gets his first wicket in the final over. And you can see a distraught Seun Adeyanju, who would have loved to play out till the end of the over, but he has to go. 9 wickets down, and this is the last batter for IBADAN. Ladies and gentlemen, certainly not what we envisage, but like we say, cricket is biscuits. You don't know where it will break.
You're right, Sean. Nobody knows where it's going to break. And GCI are just doing it perfectly well. 79 for 9 in 16.5 overs. They'll be looking to wrap this game up in this over, or probably the next over, because they will just want to keep their arch rivals, the BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club, under 100, which will be something they'll be able to defend and take IBADAN back into the drawing boards to see if they will be able to find themselves back into the attack. And this is the last man coming in. Okay, Bonaventure is the last batter for federal government. I beg your pardon, for BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club. Actually, I think I'm just so used to the federal government colleges or the government colleges and all. I think I'm just used to it. That's why. Can we see the last wickets in this over, or would we see it spill up to the 18th over? Becky with the last ball of the over, and his last ball. A lovely shot on the ground, straight towards fine leg. Good running in between the wickets by Mustafa and the OKK to bring us to the end of the 17th over, as it's 81 for 9.
Seventeen overs gone. IBADAN 1 runs for loss of 9 wickets. And as a matter of urgency, they need to break this partnership, because the more they bat, the more runs they score. GCI will be saying to themselves, how did we allow them to get to this 81 runs. But it's cricket. Mustafa and Okeke Bonaventure. Okeke is the non-striker. Mustafa is the striker. And Jimo Abdurrahman, a bowler who looks like that player that can dislodge these two batters, either of them, based on how far he has performed in today's game.
The big question.
3 overs, considered 11 runs and has 2 wickets.
The big question, show, is bringing your best bowler just to wrap the game up for you. There's no need keeping Jimo when it's just the last wicket you need. You'll be hoping that he just wraps this game off in this over, and let's just have. Now look at the field set, show. They have a backward of point. They have a gully, point, covers, long off, long on, mid wicket, third man fine leg. Appeal for LBW, not given. This is not a strange scenario, show. It's a quick bowler against a quick bowler. Mustafa Yusuf is a fast bowler, so obviously he would know what Jimo will be throwing at him, and that is what he's trying to do.
Absolutely. Jimo has 2 things in his head. Mustafa must not score runs, or I get his wicket. Becky is too far away from the field. Oh, gone.
That's what you need, show.
And that's what you need. Jimo Abdurrahman, vastly experienced. Ladies and gentlemen, 81 runs for loss of 10 wickets, or call it all out, in 17.2 overs. And the best batter for IBADAN, quite unprecedented, is Oluwaseun Adeyanju, who scored 20 runs off 19 balls. Mirekuli Kaige scored 16 runs off 23 balls. And David Abibode scored 9 runs off 4 balls. It goes to show how terrible IBADAN were in the batting crease. This is un-IBADAN like. But credit must go to the fielding side. Jimo Abdurrahman, best bowler for his side. 3 wickets for 11 runs in 3.2 overs. Ifeanyi Ubo, 2 wickets for 15 runs in 4 overs. And Babatunde Ayinde, 2 wickets for 16 runs in 4 overs. Summary of the batting and the bowling side: 81 runs all out in 17.2 overs. Ladies and gentlemen, what a big game. The 2 table toppers, the team that was topping Ramon Adelakun and Temitope Onikoyi, will be back for an entertaining second innings.
Alright then, welcome back to the second innings of this game between IBADAN LEKKI Cricket Club 1 and the Government College IBADAN Old Boys Cricket Club. Earlier on in the first innings, we had IBADAN LEKKI Cricket Club put a total of 81 runs on the board for the loss of 10 wickets in 17.2 overs. That's the summary you have on the screen there. Adeyanju, Sheun, Miracle Akigbe and David Abudeme Abedo, who are the three batters who have had significant runs for their sides, and then you have Jimo Abdurrahman, Richard Ubo and Babatunde Ayinde having 3-2 wicket at pace for each side. And GCI will be looking to capitalize on the low total they made the IBADAN LEKKI Cricket Club put up. So what they require now is 82 runs in 20 overs. And joining me back on the mics is Sheun Ajidaba. Sheun, I was off the mics. I was being asked the question, what's our take on this game? That who do you think is going to win? But on the flip side, Sheun, do you think IBADAN have a fight to put up for this game?
Absolutely. The target is 82. And they have a good chance of winning this game. Mustafa will be coming from the Onike end.
We still need to find a way of actually calling that place, Sheun. We call it Onike Iwaya or the Iwaya end. We know this place is the football field, and we need to officially come to a final conclusion or what name to call that place. Maybe, but after they construct the sport hostel, because that's the blocks we can see there, maybe we would officially now call it the sport hostel's end. But for now, Onike Iwaya might just be a place we will just have to. I just feel it's just too long to be mentioned.
Let's just leave it at that. But the two opening batters for Government College IBADAN Old Students Cricket Club or Old Boys. Koforola, the wicket keeper, and of course Tunde Ayinde. And the opening bowler for BEJU is Mustafa. We can't call him former Nigeria international. The door has not completely closed for him.
Neither has he made his statement that he has officially retired
from the national team.
From the national team, yes, you're right.
The brief is simple for IBADAN to make it 3 out of 3. They need to ensure that GCI don't score 82 runs, and for IBADAN to suffer their first defeat. GCI needs 4.1 per over. Good way to start. .1 is what is required. Good fielding there. Ensuring that that ball did not go for a 4. That's 2 runs. Good bowling there from Mustafa.
Mustafa is vastly experienced in situations like this. He has, during his time as the captain of IBADAN LEKKI Cricket Club, he has gingered his side. He has given that morale to his side. Tunde, on the other hand, also is vastly experienced with chasing a low total, and this will make it 2 out of 2 for him. Oh, very well bowled by Mustafa Yusuf. He has that pace, he has that control. He knows how to make use of the new ball, and that is what he's doing.
They require 4.1 per over. And just 2 runs has been scored in this over. Just one more ball to bring the first over of the second innings to a halt.
Appeal declined. That seems to be going down the leg side, show.
After the first over, all balls faced by Koforola, the wicket keeper. Tunde Ayinde yet to have a feel of the ball. Two runs. For the loss of no wickets. 4.1 was the required run rate. They failed to achieve that in the first innings. Let's just hope whether this second innings or second over, I beg your pardon, will be much better. Gafar coming from the football field end.
That was not the kind of shot you were expecting Ayinde to play. He was just too casual about that. If he wanted to finish that shot, he needed to finish it. He had the bat, the full face of the bat there. All he needed to do was just stem the ball into the middle of the bat, drive it powerfully down where there was no protection for Karim
Simply
Gafar.
just call it indecision on his part. He didn't decide on time what he wanted to do.
That's the longer shot. Oh, now you see what I mean, Show. Look at what.
Oh,
look at what
massive, brilliant, 6 maximum.
Koforola just showed Tunde Ayinde, take a decision. If you want to hit this ball, hit the ball. If you just want to caress it, just play forward defensive. Don't lose your wicket. And Koforola has just made you scream on top of your voice to shout, massive 6.
That was massive. And what a way to get himself out of that tight corner where he was placed. How things change quickly. Koforola faced 7 balls now and scored 6 runs. Was shot there. They are taking every run in this over.
On paper, everyone would say GCI doesn't need to lose any wickets because the run rate is actually quite low, 82. But notwithstanding, we can't take it out of the bowling side of the BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club. We know it just takes one particular fantastic bowler to just bowl 4 overs and the game could go either way.
While I understand that 82 is what is required for them to win in 20 overs and they must have batting patience, you also look at the team they are facing. BEJU is a very, very disciplined side. In the last decade, you can say they are the best team in the league, and so you can't really say anything less about this great side who have dominated the league in Nigeria. But this approach by GCI is a bit scary. The way they've gone about it. Yes, the first over was didn't go according to plans, but this second over is getting much better. That's a no ball, and a signal by Ramon Adelakun. 1 extra run plus a free hit. Karim Gafar is the younger brother of Ridwan Abdul Karim. He needs to think about this.
And to just know that Karim Gafar was actually captain his younger brother at the under-19 qualifiers for Nigeria. Another no ball makes it double free hits, but this time straight into the 45 circle. And the batters are thinking of going for the second, but Tunde would rather just allow Koforola face the next free hit. That's 2 back-to-back no balls from the front foot.
This is an expensive over, and I was wondering the rationale for Captain Tunde Ayinde dropping Vincent Adewoye. He only bowled 1 over. Will you drop Karim if you were the captain of this side?
At this point in time, Shehu, I would definitely drop him. At this point in time, there's nothing of a second chance. If you actually do bowl, if you're expensive in one particular over, I need to drop you and try somebody else, because the run rate is actually quite climbing on that person's over, and the runs required are becoming lower and lower. So I need to take the pressure off the team. If a bowler isn't giving me what I want, I take him off, I bring in somebody else to try it. At this point in time, I'm going to use Austin Zaregan's words back then when I was playing under him. He rather rotates the bowlers. He doesn't mind using 10 bowlers to bowl for just 82 runs. He doesn't mind using them. As long as he can get 1 wicket per bowler, he's okay with it.
This is 14 runs conceded by Gafar. Very, very expensive over. I'm sure he's a good bowler and he'll definitely come good. Mustafa back. Better bowling there, trying to cut down what is required. But to think that you need 4.1, maybe say 4 per over, and after 2 overs, you've gotten what you need in 4 overs. So if this over comes and no run is made, I don't think they will bother. They want to even see out Mustafa, who is a vastly experienced bowler. Wide ball.
Yeah, definitely, that was a wide ball. And the thing there is this, I'm sure the instruction would have been from the GCI's dugout: play out the 20 overs. Once you play out the 20 overs, you will definitely win this game. But with the way things are, it just looks like Koforola Lukman wants to finish this game in less than 10 overs with the aggression he's having on the field of play.
But you have to be very sensible about it. You are facing a team that is very experienced. Koforola is in the mood, and when he's in the mood, it's quite unstoppable. They need to break this partnership,
and the only way you can break this partnership is to bowl good balls, not bowling loose balls, not just giving the batter room to swing his bat. And that's what Mustafa Yusuf is trying to do now. He needs to bowl it deep into the batter's foot. Oh, drop chance. That was a half chance. Mustafa Yusuf dived but couldn't hold on to the ball.
That would have been a brilliant ball and cut, and that would have been respite for Koforola, who is in his marauding self. Faced 14 balls and scored 13 runs. Tunde Ayinde yet to get into the groove. 2.3 overs gone. 20 runs on board for the loss of no wickets. Becoming very expensive.
Very, very expensive, show. And we must say, the same way we talked about the playing in the power play is what these two batters have been doing. A run out chance misfield there by Miracle Akigbe, who was at point. In cricket, your best fielders are put at point in covers. So for Miracle Akigbe to have missed that ball just gave the batter that opportunity. They knew they needed to take him on, and the moment they took him on, it was just an easy roller coaster for them.
Absolutely. we always say that the rules are the rules in such places. Body behind the ball, he didn't do the basic, and that cost the team. For no run, it became 2 runs. Tunde won't mind. He's on 100% strike rate, 4 out of 4.
That's what Mustafa has been looking for. He's been trying to look for that yoker length ball. He knows Tunde struggles with those balls, and that's what he just did. The only difference here, he was actually going down towards the leg side. So if he can keep it on the middle stump, he probably might be lucky to get Tunde on the LBW or bowl his wicket.
Former captain versus former captain. But today is standing captain in the absence of Sylvester Okpe, who is on national assignment. We wish Team Nigeria all the best. They start their journey on Monday against Kenya. And up next will be Rwanda, based on the fixtures.
That's a very tough caution. Playing against former full member of ICC, those who have played at the national, at the international level. Lovely shot there by Tunde. And now you could see what I mean. Miracle like he did the basics. Put the body behind the ball.
The basics are just the basics. Body behind the ball. And so you get it right. But this is the kind of over that GCI would love. After 3 overs, 22 runs for loss of no wickets. And now
and with the way things are, Sean, if you look at the run rate, it's 60 runs required in 102 balls. Current run rate is 7.33. Required has now dropped from 4 to 3.53.
They are making every over count. They are rotating strikes. While we understand that the man in form presently is Kuforola, who has scored 13 runs of 14 balls, Babatunde Ayinde is anchoring very well. And when called upon, he also shows some level of leadership. And you don't want GCI to be in this space. Chima Akachukwu has taken responsibility. That over of Gafar was quite expensive. I'm sure that the national team players, their eyes will be fixated on a big game like this while they prepare for their tournament. Captain Chima Akachukwu.
Not the way he would have hoped to start. There was no need for flicking the ball back. It was just you. All you need to do was just pick up and throw back. He thought Miracle Akigbe was quite going with him. That's Anima Shambuyi's.
That's a dead ball. As signaled by the umpire.
Oh, we thought that was a ball. Maybe the wind actually brought down the bills.
Absolutely. Better bowling from Chima Akachukwu. They need to cut down the run rate. 3.1 overs gone. Kuforola and Ayinde still batting. Better bowling from Chima. Captain, this is what you require from a captain.
He knows the responsibility. He knows what he needs to do.
Definitely, they need to cut down the run rate.
And who better to give the ball if not the captain? If the bowlers aren't doing what he wants to do, he would have to show them up front, being the captain of the side. Three dot balls already, show.
In the first innings, there was no maiden.
The last time you said this, Sean, was in the first innings. Jimo had 4 balls left. No, actually, he had 3 balls left. And then when you said it the second time, he lost it in the last ball. This is up in the air. Can it be taken? Oh, lovely catch! Sean, that's the catches you want to see from IBADAN. Or better still, that's the catches we know IBADAN to take.
And that was brilliant from Gafar.
So the question now is this, Sean. Which catch is much fantastic? That of Afrete or that of Gafar?
The one of Afrete today, tomorrow, any day, one hand catch in that position and the ball did not drop. I would go for Afrete's catch. But that was brilliant from Gafar. And out goes Koforola. Chima responding very well.
And just like we said, Shil, just one wicket, one fantastic ball can change the momentum of the game. And now it looks like IBADAN LEKKI Cricket Club would now re-strategize after taking that man who was going all explosive in the first 4 overs. I beg your pardon, first 3 overs of the game in terms of Koforola Lukman, who had 13 off 17 balls. And now you have Monday Elijah going into bat at number 3. Traditionally, who do you think will be going in right now, Shil, for GCI?
Like I've always said, there are no hard and fast rule in the way they set up. The captain can decide anything, but ordinarily you think that one down should be Ademola Onikoyi.
Fans will be happy with what they are seeing right now. This is more like an explosive game, even though it was a low total. It's actually a low total game, but it's explosive. Oh no! An LBI appeal being declined by the umpire. Ramon Adelakun, that looked really plump, but I think it was going down the leg side.
Ramon sees better and he knows better.
Vastly experienced in terms of umpiring.
We're just hoping that his day will shine in the sun when he's given an opportunity to officiate in an international competition. We've had quite a lot of Nigerian umpires. The competition in Namibia. We have one of our own who will be there. Level 3 certified umpire, Kende Olambi Wonu. And for the African Cricket Association competition coming up in South Africa,
we'll be having an essay there.
Yeah,
I know it.
Habib Amoto Enesi.
Oh, good piece of fielding there for Miracle, pushing his body into the line of the ball. Now, I think he probably must have listened to you, Sean. You have to just put your body behind the ball, and that is what Miracle have done, or is been doing since.
First maiden of today's game.
Maiden wicket, actually.
And a maiden wicket. That's brilliant from Chima Akachuku, who didn't do well with the bats, but has started well with the ball.
That's a brilliant captaincy. The bowlers know what they need to do. If the captain of the side can come in to bowl when the stakes are high, and still have a maiden with just 1 wicket in it, it means the bowlers need to do exactly what the captain wants them to do. It's 22 for 1 after 4 overs.
Very well, Bonaventure. Okay.
This is the test of Tunde Ayinde's patience. Tunde Ayinde has, one way or the other, survived when the pressure is so much high for Government College Ibadan, and now he has to take that role, not as the captain now, but as a batter, because he needs to stay there, even though he knows that he has the likes of Jimo and Vincent waiting in the dugout for his side.
He has to double task. As a captain, he has to play captain's innings and as a batter he needs to score runs. Himself and Elijah have to form a formidable partnership.
20 overs is all that is required for both of them. Just stay to the very end. Very well played by Tunde Ayinde. He was so lucky to have gone down quickly. If not, he would have been taking the walk back to the pavilion.
Izu Chukwu is bowling very, very well. 4 balls, no run. Certainly what his teammates expect of him.
Fourth dot ball, Sheo.
Fifth dot
I beg
ball.
your pardon, fifth dot ball. Are we seeing another maiden back-to-back again? This is the test of tactics that I've always been talking about for BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club. They just know a way to find the game, push it away from their shoulders and push it back to their opponent. And it seems like that is what is happening in this over. Tunde trying to get off strike, and now Sheon, look at it. The fifth over and the fourth over have been maiden overs in the power play.
Brilliant from BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club, vastly experienced side, youthful side. But I also have to say that Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club will be unfettered about what is currently happening. They require 3.95 and they are currently on 4 points. Required is 4.0 and they are on 4.60, so they will not be bothered. They are already meeting the targets. 4.40 is current run rate and required is 4.0.
Captain back into the attack from the football field. Oh, lovely piece of bowling. That's what you want to see from the captain of the side. That's a perfect reaper. Bowled it very low, yoker length. And Monday Elijah needs to take that long walk back to the pavilion.
Monday Elijah didn't score any run and had to lose his wicket. How things gradually turn around. Cricket is very funny.
Very, very funny, Sean, you must say. It just looks like a game on paper you think GCI should just run through without losing more wickets, but now it just looks like the wickets are keep tumbling.
No, I would not agree with that decision of yours.
I was ready for that.
I'm saying this with all sense of modesty. You're talking about BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club 1.
Don't forget, I said
the dominant side. Yes, the dominant side in the league in the last decade. And irrespective of whatever score you put up, they will also give you the fight based on the caliber of players that they have. They might be missing 3 of their good players in Prosper Hussaini, Daniel Ajekum, and of course Ridwan Abdul Karim.
Yes, please.
But you still expect them to put up a good fight in a game like this, a big game like this, that will not determine who will win the league now, but bragging rights must have been established.
Yes.
So in comes Vincent Adewoye. They need to be very careful. But Vincent Adewoye and of course Tunde Ayinde will try to build innings first before looking for the boundaries.
Lovely bowling there by Chuma Akachuku. The interesting thing is these two are quite familiar foes. That's Chuma and Vincent. They both played in Ibadan from the youthful age into transition into the national team, and they would both know each other. So it's more like familiar foes against each other right here in this game.
Good bowling from Chima. Yet to concede any run, but has 2 wickets to his credit.
With 3 balls left to be bowled, would he be bowling his second maiden over? Dot ball again, Sheon. The pressure is mounting at this point. You don't want to have three consecutive maidens in the power play.
What GCI will be saying to themselves is, when you see good bowlers, you respect them, but when good bowlers bowl bad balls, you punish them. Let's see this out. It can't continue like this, and at some point in time we would unleash. The most important thing is, let's first build partnership. This will definitely be a maiden wicket again if Vincent does not score any run, and finally he gets it. He wanted a maiden wicket just like the previous over, but it didn't happen. Power play over, and after bowling 12 good balls, he considered just 1 run. That's brilliant. 23 for 2 after 6 overs. They need 59 runs in 84 balls. They are ahead. Only if they keep their wicket. Their current run rate
is 3.83 and required is 4.21.
By virtue of what Chima and Bonaventure did in those overs, they have reduced everything. He's back. Bonaventure.
Vincent Adewoye knows he has a lot of responsibility in his shoulders. He just needs to ease off the pressure that Tunde Ayinde is also currently putting on himself. You can see the way Tunde Ayinde is standing on the non-strikers end. The last time I saw Tunde do this was when he scored the 50 at the Tafawa Balewa Square Cricket Oval. But in this case, it's actually a low total that he needs to chase. But hey, it could still go his way. He has faced 12 balls, just scored 4 runs. Vincent has only faced 5 and scored 1.
That in total, they faced 17 balls and scored 5 runs, paltry. And they require 59 runs in 84 balls. The current run rate is 3.83, and what is required is 4.21. Vincent needs to come good.
Very doable, Sean. 59 off
84
balls. Very doable. Lovely shot on the ground. Lovely shot from Vincent Adewoye. Straight to long off. Just a single taken.
The previous over of Okeke, he didn't concede any run. But now GCI know they need to take the pressure back to IBADAN.
Where is Vincent running to? Where is he going to? The ball is just right in front of him there. Why was he just so much in a hurry?
He felt they could take that run, but today was not in the mood to run, and they don't want to give a cheap wicket in form of a run out. If you are going to get a wicket, work hard for it.
Oh, lovely shot there from Tunde Ayinde. Good batting from the young lad. That's the stuff we know him for. Waited for the ball, saw it, had room, opened the face of the bat. I wouldn't say it's a Virat Kohli style, but it's closer to his style.
And talking about Virat Kohli, how great he is for India. He has never won the World Cup before.
He has actually won the World Cup, you know. He won it the last time Tendulkar won it at home.
That was a better bowling there. Point of correction, they were together in the same team.
Same team.
But he was a youngster then.
Exactly, that's the thing. He was a youngster. And on the flip side of it, Sean, still talking about the World Cup, the current Australian team, you wouldn't believe that 80% of the players have actually won one World Cup trophy. Either the T20 or the ODIs, they have all won it together. So they know what it means to lift a World Cup trophy.
Vincent has to be very careful. That was a very dangerous ball. Almost looking like a hit wicket. That would have been very painful. Turned around, could not connect. Better bowling there from Bonaventure, who is into his second over. Just one more good ball to be bowled, and that will come to the end of the 7th over. Good fielding there from Captain Chima. Doing everything within his power to ensure that this does not come easy for GCI, and to think that the two opening batters, Tunde and Kuforola, took this game initially to 22 before Kuforola lost his wicket, and now they are just 25. And we've seen fall of 2 wickets. Shows the brilliancy in this IBADAN side.
And that's what I just wanted to say, Sean. Like, the IBADAN side have been bowling to their fields. If you notice it, since when Chuma Akachuka and KK Bonaventure came in, every single ball being played has been straight to a fielder. So the batters need to find a way of opening that gap, even if it's the smallest of all gaps that a tapeworm would go through. They just need to open that gap to just get through. Now since you have Karim Ghaffar in, and that's what they're doing. A run out chance. Lovely. Oh, another chance there. This is unlike BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club. This is unlike BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club. We know you don't give the batting side chances to take 2 runs, but GCI, through Vincent and Tunde Ayinde, took advantage of it, and 2 runs was taken.
They were under pressure, the batting side, by virtue of what Chima and Bonaventure were doing, and so they need to take the pressure away from them and push the pressure to the fielding side. And with this kind of performance, the fielding side would definitely be under pressure. Oh, they know what is required. They brought back Ghaffar, Karim.
Question there is this, Sean. If you were the bowling coach, would you have bring back Karim, considering what he considered in the second over that he bowled?
He only bowled one over.
The first over that he bowled.
The second over of the second innings, he considered 14 runs, and so they rested him, thinking that he must have thought it through what happened. But now they are bringing him back. He's not a bad bowler, but sometimes the good bowlers will have their off days.
Off days, yes.
Yeah, look at what happened to the likes of Trent Bolt, the likes of Ferguson, Rachin Radvindra, Santner. You know, these are good bowlers, but things were not just working that day against India, and so it does happen to even the best of them. But you can see that he's bowling very well. This is a sharp contrast of what we saw of Karim. 7.4 overs gone, 28 runs on board. They need 54 runs in 74 balls. Vincent Adewoye and Babatunde Ayinde batting.
Good piece of fielding, but 1 run still taken. Chilemania couldn't hold on to that. That was a brilliant piece of fielding, but yet
their current run rate is 3.70, and what is required is 4.36. Vincent is yet to get into the groove.
All he needs is to just
He's on 25% strike rate.
Up in the air, can that be taken? Oh, half chance, and that's a run out. Now look at the discussion in the center. Who's gonna take the wall? Definitely has to be Tunde Ayinde. Tunde Ayinde has to take the walk. Vincent got back to the center before him. Or I beg your pardon, got back to the crease before him. That was a perfect piece of fielding by Mustafa Yusuf. He was so unlucky, the ball didn't get into his hands, but he was quick to recover and just throw the ball back. That is what we know IBADAN LEKKI for.
Only Tunde Ayinde can explain what happened.
I was waiting for that show. I looked at your face all through when that happened. You were just perplexed. You acted, I'm sure at the back of your mind you were replaying that over and over. What was he thinking?
I was wondering what he was thinking. It was needless for them to take that run. All they needed to do was to build the innings, and that did not happen. And I saw the conversation between Mustafa and the on-field umpire, Ramon Adelakun.
The new batter in is Alfred Tay.
Eight overs gone. Three wicket down.
Lovely shot, Sean. Lovely shot. This is Vincent Adewoye at his best.
$30 for 3, 8.1 overs gone. BEJU are making it the more difficult for them. Alfred Tay has to do the assignment that his captain has saddled him with, and that's going there.
Appeal for LBW, given again. Show IBADAN is not going down without a fight. 30 for 4 in 8.2 overs. This is the cricket everyone came to watch right here at the at the University of Lagos Cricket Oval. We knew from the Comsburg that we're gonna see a very huge fight, and now it just looks totally what we paid for.
Absolute brilliance from Bonaventure from the Onike wire end. 30 for 4. The first wicket was lost when they were on 22 runs, and fast track to this period now, only 8 runs have been added since they first lost the first wicket of Kuforola, and it shows the brilliance that this BEJU side have got. Alfred Tay didn't stay long. Golden Duck.
Just looks like it's a team that you can't just write off yet. They know the total is very low, and they are putting up a big fight right here. GCI needs to find that partnership that they really require. If not, they might be blaming themselves for how can you put up the defending champions. Nick, started Nick, not given. That looked very close. That looked very close. We thought we had a sound from this end, but it wasn't.
Jimo Abdurrahman was good with the ball in the first innings. His team would expect that he will be good with the bat. But brilliant bowling from Okeke Bonaventure. Oh!
So, this is cricket at its best. The two best teams against each other, and it just seems like it's totally not a game we can easily write off.
GCI suddenly brought pressure upon themselves. No thanks to the super bowling of IBADAN, who are not going down without a fight. 30-5, back to back. Golden Duck, and the job to take them home is now rested upon the shoulder. And you can see the fall of wicket. The first one was at 22 runs, second one was at 22 runs, third one was at 29, fourth was at 30, fifth was at 30. There is some level of consistency in the way the fall of the wicket is from the second to the fifth.
It's good to say, Seun, that from the first wicket, which was at 22, between the second and the fifth wicket, it was just a total of 8 runs for 4 wickets.
Chima and Okeke have got 2 wickets each.
The new man in is LEKKI Kende. He has a lot of responsibility now saddled to him.
Good over from Okeke, 2 wickets.
I appeal for LBW. Does not decline there. The umpire Temitope Onikoyi is walking away. Now you could see the clap on the field. You can see the IBADAN LEKKI know that they have this game in their hands now. But what GCI needs is just these two to stay for at least till the 12th over. Just to stay there, and they would have a game.
First thing first is to form a partnership.
Oh my word! Shell, this over has proven to be one of the best overs IBADAN would never forget. The last ball of the over, it's a wicket. And Shell, look at the figures. First ball was a run, second ball was a wicket, the third ball was a dot ball, fourth ball was a wicket, fifth ball a dot ball, and the sixth ball a wicket.
Problem for GCI. Problem for GCI. 9 overs gone, 30 runs for loss of 6 wickets. The ascendancy is back with IBADAN. The ascendancy is back with GCI. I beg your pardon, IBADAN. And GCI needs a response.
So looking at this is what GCI requires. They need 52 in 66 balls.
It's doable, it's achievable. But the bowlers of IBADAN are not allowing the GCI batters to have joy in the batting crease. And now responsibility is on Vincent Adewoye to prove himself to be a top batter, same as Ifeanyi Ubo, the man who won the player of the match for Nigeria at the Under-19 World Cup in 2020, and that was against Japan in a classification game.
Quickly, just look at the batting scorecard there. The only man who has scored a significant run is Koforola Lukman with 13 of 18 balls. Every other single batter has had single digits, and that is not what GCI will be hoping for. Vincent Adewoye goes back foot towards third man. Just 1 run.
The brief is simple. All they need to do is just stay there.
Seun, that's the word.
Look for the singles, and when you start getting those singles, you put the fielding side on pressure, and then you can then now start looking for boundaries, which will definitely come. Great start from Ifeanyi. Good backup there.
Now, Seun, look onto your screen. Chuma Akachuku is telling Gafar, don't do anything extra. Don't give him too much weight. Just bowl the way we've been bowling, and we will get this wicket.
These two are very good batters on their day, but with the fielders of IBADAN, allow them.
So for Chuma Akachuku runs deep, but we'll be safe.
Vincent failed to connect that ball very well. If that ball was well connected, we might be talking about a maximum, but he'll be saying to himself, I'm very grateful that Chima did not catch the ball. .3 overs gone, 33 for 6. Better bowling from Karim Gafar.
He has come back perfectly well, even despite if other captains might probably thought of dropping him, but now he has proved himself. He has only conceded 3 runs off 4 balls in this particular over, and you can hear the captain encouraging him right here in front of us at the comms box. Straight on the ground, the captain Akachuku will pick it up, who was at long on, and he's going to walk straight to Gafar and talk to him, telling him to finish strong just with 1 ball left.
And you can see the bench of GCI under serious pressure. Nothing extra other than just looking for those singles. No big shot yet.
A dot ball to end the over, Sheil. Oh, a dead ball, so that ball has to be rebowled again. I think it's probably the wind that took the bails off.
So that's 9.5 overs gone, 34 for 6. Vincent Adewoye batting, striker.
That's it, Sheil.
Better bowling there from Karim Gafar.
What a way to end the over. 10 overs gone, Sheil. 34 runs on board, 6 wickets down.
They need 48 runs in 60 balls.
Sheil, let's put us through the bowling.
Mustafa Yusuf 2 overs, 9 dot balls, 6 runs, no wicket, 3.00 economy rate. Karim Gafar 3 overs, 6 dot balls, 22 runs, no wicket, 7.33 economy rate. Chima Akachuku, the captain of the side, 2 overs, 11 dot balls, 1 run, 2 wickets, 0.50, absolutely brilliant economy rate. And of course, Okeke Izuchukwu Bonaventure, 3 overs, 15 dot balls, 3 runs, 3 wickets, 1.00. And the fall of wickets, quite interesting. The first fall of wicket of Koforola was at 22. The next one, again, yes, was at 22. The third one was at 29. The fourth was at 30. The fifth was at 30. And the sixth was at 30. So between the fourth wicket and the sixth wicket, no run at all. Now, Miracle Aigbe coming from the Onike wire end.
It's safe to say, Sheil, that between the first wicket and the sixth wicket, the total runs scored was just 7 runs.
That's the brilliance in this bowling side of IBADAN.
Sheil, between the first wicket and the 8th wicket, it's just 9 runs on the board. Sheil, what else do we want? What else is GCI? The question there is this: what is GCI's batters thinking? Are they looking at the board, or are they just telling themselves, you know what, it's a low total, we can just pull this game through to the very end?
Back to the game. Michael Abigwa and Vincent Adeoye. And you see Vincent talking to Michael. Can we just play out these overs? How do you explain 34 runs for loss of 7 wickets? Miracle coming. Yet to bat Dayo Gumbayo and Owulewa. very, very dramatic game.
And an interesting one at that, Sean. The fans and the spectators are enjoying these games just as those in the center themselves are also enjoying it. Good flick, good use of the race by Michael Agbeboy towards the fine leg region for just one run.
And some of the wickets that GCI lost, they should do some soul searching and ask themselves, how on earth did we play this kind of cricket, which is on cricket? Wide ball.
Every game matters to IBADAN LEKKI Cricket Club because they want to defend their title. They have been doing it back to back and they've been doing it consistently. Very well bowled by Miracle Akigbe, keeping it low, not making Vincent swing his bat.
He knew within himself that he didn't really do well with the bat, and an opportunity beckons for him to do well with the ball.
Stayed low, very well bowled by Miracle. Now it just seems like IBADAN, before the start of this game, we'll be telling them, you know what, let's just bowl this 20 overs and keep GCI under pressure. But now it looks like they know that, look, we have the chance to put more pressure on GCI, and that is what they are doing. Sheil, let me quickly run us through the batting scorecard. Just look at the screen, Sheil. There you have it. Only Kufura Lukman with 13 runs. Every other person has gone in, faced 2-5-1, 3 balls, and taken a walk back to the pavilion.
Atrocious batting for GCI, and I'm sure their fans, their players, I mean former players, will be very, very livid about this kind of performance. But credit must go to the bowling side. They were the reasons why this batting side didn't have so much joy. Karim Gafal is back. Wide ball.
At this point in time, IBADAN will be asking themselves, we don't need to take the pedal off the gas yet. We still need to keep pumping it, just like what GCI did all the time. It was the same scenario, Sheil.
Don't take your foot off the pedal.
I beg your pardon. It was the same scenario IBADAN were in the first innings. The only difference was the runs were quite different.
Players like Becky, players like Jimo Abdurrahman, Alfred Tay will be asking themselves, Ifeanyi Ubo, we let ourselves down in batting. Better bowling there from Karim. And the more dot balls this GCI side concede, the more pressure they invite for themselves. You can see now 45 runs in 52 balls. At some point in time, you now require to score
off every ball.
That's how you invite pressure to yourself.
Karim Gafar, who had a very expensive first over, has now become like a messiah in this game, picking up the dot balls. And his captain, Chuma Akachuku, will be happy that he rested him for at least 5 overs before giving him the ball back. No ball called, but the batters will still go for one. I think that's the front foot. And you can see from the screen, the umpire, Ramon De La signaling a no ball. Vincent now has the chance to either swing the bat.
And they have 2 runs off that ball.
Off that ball, yes, sure. 2 runs off that ball.
And an opportunity also to score a boundary. You can't be caught except a run out. intelligent bowling from Karim. Opportunity missed by Vincent and GCI, who are batting. 39 for 7, 11.4 overs.
Last ball of the 12th over. Karim Ghaffar, can he end it up?
I think he has 2 more balls.
Oh, I beg your pardon, 2 balls actually. So full deep into backward point, and that's 4 runs. That's what we call a relieving pressure. Now look at Chuma Akachuku right in front of your screen, walking toward Karim Ghaffar, telling him, why did you bowl that loose ball? You don't bowl such a loose ball to Vincent Adewoye. Mustafa Yusuf is also walking up to him and telling him, why did you bowl that ball? That was too loose. Not to that kind of person. You don't have protection at the back, and yet you have to bowl it there. But I'm sure Karim Ghaffar will be thinking of getting the ball back on. Vincent Adewoye hits the boundary, and it's 43 for 7 in 11.5 overs.
The last ball of his over, and once he bowls this good ball, that will be the last ball, and he must have completed his over. Good batting there. Just 1 run taken. 44 for 7 after 12 overs. They need 38 runs in 48 balls.
And let's look at the dot balls, Sheon. Look at the dot balls. Mustafa has 9. Karim Ghaffar has 10. Chima Akachuku has 11. Okeke has 15, Sheon, and he has only bowled 3 overs. That is one thing GCI will be asking themselves. How did they allow Okeke have 15 dot balls out of 18 balls he has bowled?
335.
When you fail to connect with the ball, when you fail to play the proper shot in cricket, the bowler will definitely have a dot ball. But when you connect and you score runs, there won't be any dot balls. And from this moment where parts are being changed, I think it's high time the duo of Vincent Adewoye and Michael Abigboa tell themselves the hard truth. And the hard truth here is we must play out the overs, we must score runs, and we can't afford to dot balls anymore. Miracle Aigbe is back. I'm sure that GCI understands the essence of timekeeping, so it doesn't affect them.
Vincent Adewoye, who is currently on 11 of 21 balls, will be looking to build and settle the responsibility for his side.
His team needs him to play out all the overs. If he plays out the overs, they stand a chance.
He goes big, but can only fight Adeyonju at deep extra covers. Run out chance. And is he gone? Not out. Declared there by the umpire.
What was Vincent thinking about? That was very close. That was extremely close. It should have been going back to the boundary. The first one has to be quick if you intend to take those runs. No risky runs. You will say to himself, I just got out of jail.
That was just an unnecessary second run. Not from the man Adeyonju, who has a very big arm, even though he's 5.4. Threw it perfectly straight into the keeper's gloves. from deep extra covers.
From where he picked the ball, you have to say that the first one wasn't quick. If the first one was quick, they would take that too. But that's gone. And the game is back in our faces. Vincent is still batting.
A very technique. Can he be stopped? Oh, lovely piece of fielding there by the fielder. Good effort there by jersey number 44, Okeke Bonaventure. Good piece of fielding there. Chased it all the way, dived in, stopped it, and picked it up again and threw it back to the wicketkeeper.
Maybe that was intelligent of Vincent. That was intelligent of Vincent not to go for the third one. He wants to face, let Abigua anchor for him, but big credit must go to the fielder.
That was definitely James Chukwu stop, the man at point. There was no need for the batters to go for that. A ball he could have stopped, and now he had to make Adeyonju run all the way from deep extra covers to back him up. Even though he put in so much effort, by the end 4 runs was taken. So lucky there, Vincent Adewoye.
Michael Abigua has responsibility of also contributing his own quota, and his own quota is to score runs and also keep his wickets. Miracle will be hoping for a miracle with his ball. Pressure everywhere. Pressure everywhere.
And I'm sure the instruction that Michael would have been given is, you know what, just anchor for Vincent. Let Vincent face more balls. He has more power shots. And that's what Michael would be hoping to do.
White ball.
Yes, it is, sure.
They don't mind, they'll take it. But more importantly, they will be saying to him, keep your wicket, Michael. But for IBADAN, you'll be saying to Miracle, please give us a miracle that we are looking for. Another wide ball. And coincidentally, this is just the last ball of his second over, which will bring it to the 13th over. But it's giving too many opportunities, and Michael does the basic. 55 for 7, 13 overs gone. You can see the bench of GCI. They can't sit. This game will not allow them sit. Ainde is standing. All of them, Elijah, all had bad day at the office, but they'll be hoping that this duo takes them home. Their current run rate is 4.23 and required is 3.86. Gradually again, the momentum has shifted to GCI. And like we always say in reality, after sun comes day.
Yeah.
After rain comes sun. After night comes day. It's a two-way thing. And Chima Akachukwu is having a conversation with the two umpires, umpire Ramon Adelakun and umpire Temitope Oniko Ijaba.
And you must say again, Sean, previously we saw on the screen the bench of BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club. Earlier on, they were so fired up. They thought they felt, yes, they had this game in their hands, but now it now looks like an evenly balanced game, in the sense that at this point, one over can change the game to either side.
As we speak now, Vincent Adewoye and Adeyonju Oluwaseun have both scored 20 apiece. Adewoju of IBADAN was the best batter in their first innings, where he scored 20 runs. Vincent has equaled that, but Chima Akachukwu has come back again to the football field end to bowl. I just been told or corrected that it's Akachukwu. That's the correct pronunciation, but I just want to leave it as Captain Chima. Good effort there from Solomon. That would have been an incredible catch. I thought Solomon had it in the bag.
So do I, Sean. I thought he also had it in the bag, but he forgot the bag.
And if you look at the bowling of Chima, 2.1 overs he has bowled, has 2 wickets and conceded just 2 runs. You don't want to try that. That would be very risky and unsensible to do at this critical period.
57-7 after 13.2 overs.
Very imperative that this duo play out the overs.
Straight on the ground. Sean Vincent is getting out of his shell now. He knows he has this game at his pocket.
Oh, brilliant throw. And that's what you know IBADAN for. Their fielding is excellent. Brilliant throw, debarring them for going for 1 extra run. And after 3 balls bowled in this over, they have 3 runs.
One day shot, Shell. Easy going. That's
Chima is down. I hope Chima is good. They need him to be very, very fit. He's one of the life wire of the team.
And with the way things are going, Sean, we probably might be seeing this go to the wire. It's 23 runs required in 38 balls.
These two just need to bat sensibly and they'll take the team home.
Vincent Adewoye goes big. Can he find 2?
No.
Oh, lovely fielding there by Mustafa Yusuf.
You don't want to do that. You only go for 2 runs or 3 runs where it is certain that you are going to get there. But in doing that against this IBADAN side, you have to be very, very careful. But I must say that they've made every ball count in this over.
Oh, lovely shot there from Michael, but couldn't beat Chilemania, who was at mid-wicket.
60 for 7. 14 overs gone.
Overs gone, Sean.
Michael is doing the job that they told him to do. Anchor, and when the opportunity beckons, you score your run. He has faced 11 balls and scored just 4 runs. Vincent has faced 28 balls and scored 23 runs. And they are on 60 for 7. Their current run rate is 4.29 and what is required is 3.67.
The question there is this: can they maintain this run rate, Sean? Can they just maintain it?
What they need to do is to play out the overs. In playing out the overs, anything can happen. But inability to play out the overs will be a big problem. And Vincent Adewoye versus Miracle.
Goes down on the ground towards long off, where you have Mustafa Yusuf. At this point, Sean, what you'll be hearing from the duckouts will be just singles. Keep it on the ground, just rotate the strike, just keep running in between the wickets. Don't look for the big shots. If you're looking for the big shots, you might eventually lose your wicket. Just keep rotating the strike. Appeal for LBW not given.
Just play on the ground. Play on the ground.
I can hear from the tone, Sean, the passion you said with that, but just play on the ground.
No, it's the basic. Just play on the. It's for the bowlers. They are doing a fantastic job. You don't need to do anything extra. Just play on the ground.
Goes down. Vincent decides to just take one. At first he thought he wasn't going to go, but the basic is simple. Once the ball is behind the non-striker, it's the call of the striker. And Michael said, yes, one. It's an easy, comfortable one for us.
They need Vincent to play out the overs.
Goes big, gives it wind, and that looks like a bounce for.
What was that?
Waiting for Mustafa Yusuf to signal. He's signaling a 6.
Maximum. They gradually got themselves out of that difficult situation they found themselves.
Sean, just like we said earlier, it all just takes one over to change the momentum of this game, and it seems like this is the over, except if a wicket happens in this over, and IBADAN will be hoping that it's going to be the wicket of Vincent Adewoye.
Vincent has to be very careful at this period. He has to be very careful. That was very close.
Very, very close, Sean. Very close. Very, very close.
Vincent has to be very careful. They look up to him to take them home, and for Michael, he has to be very, very careful.
13 runs required in 31 balls.
Not get carried away.
On the ground, straight to Chuma Akachukwu, who just picks it up casually, which would end the over. The question there is now, how do they bring back the momentum of this game? Shall Vincent Adewoye might eventually become the hero of this game if he stays to the very end. Current run rate is 4.60. Required has dropped drastically, Shell, to 2.60. It's 13 needed of 30 balls.
Very doable. 13 runs needed. No big shot. Adewoye and Michael Abigua can take this game home.
Chuma, I beg your pardon, that's Mustafa Yusuf. Yes, Mustafa Yusuf is taking his run up at the football field end.
You have to feel sorry for Chima Akachukwu. At some point in time, the momentum was with them. It swung to their place by virtue of those wickets that they got. 4 consecutive wickets without any run. But things are back to the advantage of GCI.
And let's not write it off, Sean. Mustafa Yusuf, well experienced
at this critical moment.
Exactly,
he knows what to do.
He knows what to do. That's why I said don't let's write it off yet, because now it's a battle between both of them. They faced each other several times and they know what needs to be done. Mustafa, who is a captain before, and I'm sure Chuma Akachukwu knows that the only way he can save himself in this 16th over is to go for the experienced Mustafa Yusuf. And that's what you can see. You can see Vincent. They know Vincent wants to go big at this point in time. And Mustafa Yusuf knows how to go for batters who want to go big. If they get a maiden over in this over, it's going to put pressure back to the GCI camp.
It's not sensible. It's not wise to go big against a vastly experienced bowler like Mustafa Yusuf, knowing what is required. Wide ball.
Not at this point in time. You can see Chuma Akachukwu telling Tafa, pick it up. Don't do anything extra. Just push up the momentum. You don't need to do anything extra. We need you there, Mustafa. And you can see him telling the fielders, get ready. It's going to come. The balls will come. That chance will come. We just need you, Mustafa, to up your game. And that would happen.
70 for 7. They need 12 runs in 29 balls.
Appeal for LBW not given, and the batters will take advantage for that 1 run.
$71 for 7. 15.2 overs. But that's what a brilliant captain will do, even in the midst of this difficult situation. Encouragement is what is required.
If GCI wins this game, they would ask themselves, where did we go wrong? How do we need to improve ourselves? Because what it just shows now that they have opened the weakness that most teams would probably be trying to capitalize on. And up in the air, can this be taken? But it would be safe. Definitely will be safe. And 1 run it is. You can see Michael apologizing. That's not what he was told to do. And you can see he quickly raised his hands up and said, I'm so sorry about that. If they had taken that wicket, they would have been asking themselves questions at this point. But if IBADAN loses this show, personally I would say they should keep their heads high. They've shown the stuff they are made of as a champion's product.
Mustafa Yusuf
goes big. Can Chakos take it? Oh, just short of him. 2 runs not taken. The first one was not quick enough. And only 1 run taken off that ball.
Vincent is angry with Michael. That why did we not take advantage of that misfielding from James Chukwu? But then Michael says, don't worry, I've anchored very well for you and I will do same. He's faced 15 balls and scored 6 runs.
On the ground, they wait from Chilemaya, who was on mid-wickets. Just a single is what is required. And you can see the captain holding on to the ball. He doesn't want to overthrow. And at this point in time, GCI is a game for them.
74 for 7. 15.5 overs gone. They need to play out these overs, and in playing it out means that the game will be theirs.
8 runs required, shown in 25 balls.
With 7 wickets, and you have 3 more?
3 more wickets. If IBADAN can just take 3 wickets now, they would win this game. But the big man there, Vincent Adewoye, match winner for his side.
Not yet. But he has faced 34 balls and scored 32 runs.
Very well bowled. Good sensible bowling from Mustafa Yusuf. Keeping it low. He knew Vincent might probably want to go big, but he kept it pretty low. And that dot ball will bring us to the end, show, of the 16th over.
16 overs gone, 74 for 7. Vincent Adewoye, 32 of 35 balls faced. And Michael Abibua, 16 of 7 runs he has scored. First 16 balls and scored 7 runs.
And let's look at the current partnership, Sean. Current partnership between the two has been 40 runs in 35 balls. Vincent with the highest contributor of 26 in 19 balls. Michael has just held on to his end. He has just scored, faced 14 balls and scored 5 runs.
Is down. Vincent Adewoye seems to be suffering from an injury, but that's what we see in the spirit of cricket. And the BEJU player is the one.
I think that's the captain of the side. Yes, that's Chuma Akachukwu helping him out. Not strange to see. Chuma Akachukwu is the one helping him stretch his legs.
Cricket is a gentleman's game. Either you are winning or you are losing. Either you are winning or you are losing. We need to display that spirit of cricket, and that's exactly what Chima is doing, getting medical treatment.
Getting medical treatment, that is it. And it just looks like the game just is going to be dragging, because at this point in time it might just look completely look like a way of Vincent trying to rest himself. If he can continue, you just need to take him out and bring in the next man. Let the game continue. Vicent is back on his feet and we can get on with the game. And coming in from the Iwaya Onike end would be Okeke Bonaventure, if I'm correct. Okeke Bonaventure, yes, I'm correct actually. Okeke Bonaventure is the new bowler from the, it's the bowler bowling from the Iwaya Onike end. And right in front of us at the comms box is Mustafa Yusuf screaming on his voice. Michael Agbebayo on strike. Can Okeke break the deadlock? Edge and taken! Edge and taken! What a comeback from Okeke Bonaventure! I was just about to say it. Can he break the deadlock? And he has just broken the deadlock. And Michael Agbebayo's resistance has eventually fallen. And Okeke Bonaventure, the first ball he bowled in his fourth over was low on the front foot. Michael Agbebayo had no responder, just to present his bat. As it's now 74 for 8 in 16.1 overs.
Okeke Bonaventure has had a very good bowling spell. 3.1 overs he has bowled. He has 3 wickets and has conceded just 4 runs. That's an amazing economy rate.
Omolewa is the new batter in. He's a left-hander. The question is, can he just hang in there to allow Vicent face the balls? Because the last wicket they have at hand for Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club is Dayo Ogunbayo.
Omolewa just needs to see this through. 8 runs to win, 7 to tie.
23 balls required. Can Okeke Bonaventure?
Don't forget that Omolewa has also played for Nigeria at under 19.
Yes, you're right, Chill. Appeal not given. That was very close. Very, very close. Stayed low this time. Omolewa was just lucky that the ball didn't meet the bat when it really mattered. Now you can see Mustafa Yusuf taking charge now. He's vastly experienced. He knows at this point in time he's been in this situation before. He's the one now talking loud. Chuma Kachuku's right in front of Omolewa at covers. Oh, very well bowled by Okeke Bonaventure. This is the 17th over. We have the 18th over to bowl it. You have the 19th over and the 20th over. If Okeke Bonaventure sees this over through, who will be bowling the 18th over? Definitely it might be Chuma Akachuku or Mustafa Yusuf.
One thing that is on the mind of Vicent Adeoye is for Omolewa to just anchor very well and see how this over.
1 run taken, Shell. He was quite lucky there. He kept his bat low, made sure the ball didn't go up, stayed down, and 1 run was taken. And Vicent is now on strike. 7 runs needed in 20 balls.
You can see the bench of GCI looking at Vicent. Don't do anything extra. Just look for those singles. The big shots will definitely come.
Lovely bowling there by Okeke Bonaventure. Lovely piece of fielding by Chilemania.
It's just for him to see Bonaventure through. Bonaventure has had an incredible bowling figures. 3.5 overs he has bowled, 4 runs conceded and 4 wickets he has.
Lovely bowling show. Okeke Bonaventure, to me, in this game, is the man who changed the game in favor of IBADAN LEKKI Cricket Club. If we could quickly see through his bowling statistics.
Is there for us 444 is a metaphor.
Metaphor, show. Look at the number of dot balls he has. 20 dot balls.
1.00 economy rate. 4 overs, 20 dot balls, 4 runs, 4 wickets. Brilliant. And like they say, 444 is definitely
a number.
A metaphor.
Lovely bowling there by Okeke Bonaventure. And just like we said, Mustafa Yusuf definitely will be bowling the 18th over. And you're going to have Chuma Agachuku bowling the 19th over. So this is still a very good game right in our hands. The current run rate is 4.41. Required is 2.13. 7 runs required in 18 balls. Last 18 balls of the game. This is BEJU against Government College, Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club.
Omolewa needs to do the assignment he has been saddled with. Score runs and probably anchor for Vincent. Keep your wickets. First ball, dot ball.
Kudos to BEJU LEKKI Cricket Club putting up a big fight, dragging Government College to this pressurized game. Lovely bowling again, no run conceded. Vastly experienced Mustafa Yusuf. He knows he needs to just keep the ball there. Allow Omalewa playing to his field. She'll look at the field setting on the offside. You have 5 fielders on the offside. And that is what Mustafa Yusuf has traditionally been bowling with. Another dot ball again. 3 consecutive dot ball, Shell. It just seems totally impossible for Omalewa to pierce through the gap.
Mustafa knows what he's doing. Omalewa is a left-hand batter. You have people fighting for you on the offside. You can see there's no protection on the leg side. And he has been bowling tidily. The first 3 balls have been very good. Anything behind Omalewa would definitely be a boundary because there's no protection there. He wants to change where he's coming from. He did 3 from that place. He wants to do the remaining 3 from another place. It's final over.
Just a single will be taken. A run out chance. Good running in between the wicket. Vincent knows he needs to run really quick because he technically is the savior of the Government College side.
I hear you keep talking about the savior. He is not saved the team yet. He's on the verge of saving them. If things go the way of BEJU, irrespective of whatever runs he must have posted, it will be relevant. He has scored the most runs in this game. He has scored the most runs between the 2 teams. He has scored the most runs for his side, but those runs will amount to nothing if he doesn't.
The side still eventually loses the game.
So he needs to stay there and play out the overs, and he start counting the balls now. He wants to face every ball. He knows facing every ball means that there's a chance of him winning the game for his team.
76 runs on the board, 8 wicket down. Oh, lovely good stop there by Chuma. I beg your pardon, that's James Chukus. Stayed low, body behind, and just 1 run taken.
And you know, this is the aspect you don't like as a fielding side, where the left hand batter keeps making you people rotate the field, change from one end to the other, because you now have 1 right hand batter and 1 left hand batter.
It destabilizes your strategy.
Omalewa needs to make it count. Just 1 more ball for this over to come to an end, and one more ball for Mustafa's over to end.
Is that a wide? And
Absolutely
a wide ball.
Not needed at this period, but GCI won't bother. They don't care. They will take any run, be the leg by, be the wide 4, be the wide. They will take it.
4 runs required now. Off 13 balls. 4 runs. It's all that is required. 1 boundary, the game would be done. Or would Mustafa Yusuf have a dot ball for himself, just to stretch it down to the 19th over? Straight on the ground.
What was James Chukwu thinking about? Without an helmet, you go that close to a batter.
And that single share has brought us to the end of the 18th over. It's 79 for 8. And what is required now, Shell, is just 3 off 12 balls.
And it's something that Omolewa can do. But he will be the one again to face again now. Vincent Adewoye has faced 38 balls, scored 33 runs. Omolewa has faced 8 balls and scored 3 runs. Chima
Akachukwu is the bowler as predicted. We already knew he was going to definitely bowl the 19th over.
Chima Akachukwu will be coming down from
Onike
the Onike
Iwaya.
end. And let's see what he can do with the ball. He bowled a maiden at some point in time. He will require that now. But let's see what Omolewa will do.
Let me give you a flip side of the story here, Show. These two guys are familiar foes. They both started their cricket career at the Liberty pitch in Ibadan. So they both know each other very well. So Chima Akachukwu would be looking to put that experience in here. So also we Omolewa put the experience in at this stage. Run out chance. Vincent, and this is quite strange. The fielder who threw the ball and the batter who ran both pulled an hamstring immediately, and both of them are actually on the ground. And what is required now, Sheo, is just 2 runs in 10 balls.
2 runs required. $80 for 8. 18.2 overs gone. Chima Akachukwu coming from the Onike wire end. The other player who was down is back up, Mustafa Yusuf. And Vincent is receiving medical attention from his teammates, especially the standing captain for today, and Jimo Abdurrahman.
Two runs required.
When I spoke with Tunde Ayinde, they had just 11 players for this game, and when I was speaking with him, he said Shewadeku wasn't going to be available, but he hopes to win the toss. That when he wins the toss, he would put IBADAN to go and bat, and that was what he said. Over time, when they've beaten IBADAN, they have put them to bat first. That they chase, and they chase very well. And after this game, I'm sure IBADAN will be saying to themselves, if we had scored up to 100, we would have made this game difficult for GCI.
Yeah, Cheon, you're definitely right. Because you and I know very well, anything at 100, Ibeju would put both sweat and blood into it. But now it just looks like as if it's a game that is just going their way. Mustafa Yusuf is just right there on our screens, getting water. Chuma Akachuku ball in the ball. Vincent Adewoye go straight. 1 run taken.
They've tied the game now. They've tied the
Has
game.
just been tied. It's 80 runs, 81 runs, I beg your pardon.
So, one thing is for sure, they cannot lose this game. The game is tied. One run for GCI to claim victory. Will that victory come from Omolewa? He will stay there. He doesn't mind. There are lots of balls to be faced. Just one more run. Cricket is dramatic.
Cricket is interesting.
Cricket is like the wave you see in a bar beach. At some point in time, it comes to you like it's getting nearer the water. And this was how it was. It all started with GCI on the ascendancy. Ibeju took it away from them, and it was all Ibeju until Michael and Vincent steadied the ship.
And that's a wide ball. Show. I just knew it was definitely going to happen. You can see today Ainde running into the field of play. He knows how this match means to him as a standing captain. And you can see he just went straight to Vincent, lifted him up. And congratulations to Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club. But Shil, big kudos to IBADAN LEKKI Cricket Club for putting up a champions stuff against their arch rivals GCI.
They gave it a fight, and I'm sure wherever the trio of Sylvester Okpe, Isaac Okpe, and Ademolo Nikoyi are, they will be over the moon, and they might be taunting their teammates in Ridwan Abdul Karim, Prosper Hussaini, and Daniel Ajekum before they get into the real action itself.
And you are just talking about that. Sheo Onikoyi Ademola along the line was watching the game, and he just wrote on our social media handle. He said, "Come on, get them GCI." And he replied, Bejide Jide, one of an ex-international for Nigeria and a former player of IBADAN LEKKI Cricket Club, also said it's a good game here. Sheo, what's your final thoughts before we call it a day?
It's been frenetic. It's been dramatic. The first innings, GCI ensured, and that's the summary for you. It says it all. Adin Odusheun was the best batter for IBADAN LEKKI Cricket Club. Won 20 runs in 19 balls. Miracle Kaige 16 runs in 23 balls, and David Abibode 9 runs. He scored off 4 balls. And for the bowling, Jimo Abdurrahman 3 wickets for 11 runs in 3.2 overs. Richard Ubo, or calling me Fine Ubo, the only man to have won a player of the match in an international competition like a World Cup for Nigeria, and that was against Japan at under 19. 2 wickets for 15 runs in 4 overs. And Babatunde Ayinde, the standing captain, 2 wickets for 16 runs in 4 overs. And in the second innings, Vincent Adewoye led the line. He faced 39 balls, scored 34 runs. Kufora Lukman scored 13 runs off 18 balls, and Babatunde Ayinde scored 8 runs off 17 balls. Okeke Izu Chukwu Bonaventure, how do you bowl 4 overs, consider 4 runs, and had 4 wickets, and your team still go ahead to lose? Chima Akachukwu, 2 wickets for 9 runs in 3.5 overs, and Miracle Aigbe, 1 wicket for 22 runs in 3 overs. And the Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club won the game by 2 wickets, and they remain unblemished at the 2023-2024 Honourable Bolahan Olusegun Yishao, Club Cricket Committee League. Ladies and gentlemen,
And
our match commissioner.
Just before you go, Sean, it's interesting to say that the man of the player of the match for today is Jimo Abdurrahman. Even though he didn't score a lot of runs, but his bowling figures 3.2, 3 wickets with an economy of 3.30 makes him the man of the match.
Good for Jimo, but you have to feel sorry for Okeke also Bonaventure. That was excellent bowling from him. That's the kind of bowling you want to see. How do you explain it? You had 4. And of course, the table, what it's going to look like. But before the table, tomorrow action resumes here. There's going to be government. Tomorrow is Island Titans versus United Cricket Club and Rising Stars versus Mondal Boys. For these guys, they are yet to get games going. That's the game you'll be seeing tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. at the Unilag Cricket Oval. Island Titans Cricket Club, who are yet to taste a victory in this tournament and yet to play a proper game, will be taking on United Cricket Club, and Rising Stars Cricket Club will be taking on Mondal Boys Cricket Club later in the afternoon. That's the size of what it's going to look like tomorrow. But the table: Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club played 3 matches, won 3, has 6 points and a net run rate of 1.268. IBADAN LEKKI Cricket Club won, played 3 matches, won 2, lost 1, have 4 points, 0.999 net run rate. Federal Government College Warri Old Students Cricket Club played 4 matches, won 2, lost 2, have 4 points, minus 0.360. And Foundation Cricket Club played 3 matches, won 1, lost 2, have 2 points, minus 1.007. Mondal Boys Cricket Club played 1, not lost any, not won any. Net run rate, they have 0-0 because they have 1 point. The game was shared. For United Cricket Club also, they played 1 game, the game was shared. Rising Stars Cricket Club played 1 game, the game was shared because the pitch was unavailable as a result of match being abandoned. And of course, for Government College Ughelli, have played 3 games, lost 3, have no point, minus 0.896. And the question you have to ask this team: how do you explain scoring 146 and still go ahead to lose a game? But it was self-made by Government College Ughelli, dropping Emmanuel Okudili 5 times, and in total they dropped about 7-8 catches. You don't drop those catches and still go ahead to lose.
That's the size show. It's a very, very big and interesting game. At this point, we would like to say a very big thank you to everyone who has done it, and thank you very much, and do have a lovely evening.